In this example, we are asked to draw an accurate graph of the function f of x equals 4 minus 3x. Now there is enough information in this equation to allow us to graph the function without doing a whole lot of work. Starting with the slope, just by looking at this equation, we know that the slope is negative 3. The slope is always the coefficient of the input, in this case the x term. The slope is negative, so we know that the graph should be, or has to be, decreasing. This is going to be a really good check. When we get done graphing, the graph we wind up with has to be decreasing. Also, just by looking at this equation, we know the vertical intercept is 4. So the vertical intercept is the ordered pair 0, 4. So right away we have all the information we need to graph the line. We have a point and we have a slope. That's all we need. We're also asked for the horizontal intercept. Now to find that, we have to set the output equal to 0 and solve for the input. So I'm going to set f of x equal to 0 and solve for x. So I have the equation 0 equals 4 minus 3x. Solving, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. That leaves me with negative 4 is equal to negative 3x. Divide both sides by negative 3. And on the right-hand side, the negative 3's cancel and give you 1x, or just x. On the left, negative 4 over negative 3, I'm just going to leave that as a fraction. The negatives cancel to give you a positive 4/3. So our ordered pair is, the horizontal intercept is the ordered pair 4/3, 0. Or you might want to write this instead of as an improper fraction as a mixed number. That would be 1 and 1/3, 0. Alright, so going to the graph now, we want to start at the vertical intercept. The ordered pair is 0, 4. In order to graph, you have to have a point to start from. So I'm going to start from this, the ordered pair is 0, 4. And then I'm going to use the slope to find the rest of the points, or a bunch more points on the line. Looking at the slope, I'm going to write this down over here. The slope was negative 3. Remember, in order to graph, the slope has to be a fraction. We have to think of the slope as a fraction. So you can always put a whole number over 1. So if we had negative 3 over 1, that means that the negative in the numerator tells us that from the starting point we would go down 3 units, and then we have a positive 1 in the denominator, so we'd go to the right 1 unit. Now we could also have written this fraction as 3 over negative 1, which would tell us to go up 3 units and left 1 unit. Doesn't matter which one of these we use, it should define the exact same line. So from our starting point, from this point 0, 4, I'm going to start by going down 3 and right 1. So down 3, right 1. That gives me a point right here. The coordinates are 1, 1. And you can do it again. So from 1, 1, going down 3, right 1. Now we're at 2, negative 2. Go down 3, right 1. Now we're at 3, negative 5. Down 3, right 1. Now we're at 4, negative 8. All right, we could have also, from the starting point, gone up 3 and left 1. So up 3, left 1 would give us the ordered pair, let's see, negative 1, 7. Up 3, left 1 again. Now we have negative 2, 10. And all we have to do now is connect these points with a straight line. As straight a line as we can here. Connecting the dots. Now, a couple of things to check. First of all, the line is decreasing. That's very important. Also, the horizontal intercept. We didn't actually plot it because it was a fraction, and fractions are not the easiest thing to graph. But look where the line crosses. It should cross the horizontal axis at 1 1/3, and it does. So we know we have the correct line.